Welcome to part 1 of the Game Week 1 preview, and here are my 4 players to watch for the opening week. First up is Shane Long. The Saints forward didn't break into the starting 11 on a consistent basis until midway through last season, and contributed a total of 10 goals and 4 assists during his 28 appearances, while Graziano Pella became out of favour. The Italian striker was sold by Southampton this summer, leaving Shane Long and Charlie Austin as the only recognised centre forwards at the club. During pre-season, the new manager mainly used a 4-3-1-2 formation, with Long and Redmond appearing to be favourites for those 2 forward spaces. I fancy Southampton to get the win in their first fixture of the season, at home to Watford, and I can see the likes of Tadic, Redmond and Shane Long potentially all scoring well. The next player to watch is Jamie Vardy. Vardy has committed his future to Leicester and declined the move to Arsenal earlier on in the summer, so he's likely to be in a better place mentally than teammate Riyad Mahrez, who is still linked with a move away. The Premier League champions will begin their new campaign with an away fixture against newly promoted Hull, a team that are very much struggling for players right now, so it's a game that I can see Leicester winning. I was impressed with their performance against United in the Community Shield, even though they didn't win, and I think Vardy stood out as their main threat, pouncing on a back pass from Fellaini and finding the back of the net. He's also likely to keep hold of penalty duties after being preferred to Mahrez partway through last season due to the Algerian missing a couple. So if you add on all of the potential points that Vardy would have received last season had he been on penalties from the start, I think he'd stand out as even more of a good option. Next up is Sadio Mane. The pacey attacking midfielder has settled in well at his new club and took part in most of Liverpool's pre-season games, notably scoring a goal against Barcelona. Liverpool take on Arsenal in their first fixture, but the Gunners are expected to be missing a number of key players, with Koscielny, Giroud and Ozil short on fitness, and Mertesacker and Gabriel both ruled out through injury, so I actually think there could be a few goals in that game. The big question is whether Mane is worth the extra 0.5 over Roberto Firmino, and it's a tough one to call at this early stage. Realistically, they should both be good options, especially if they start as part of a front 3, like they did against Barcelona. But I think this particular game especially may suit Sadio Mane slightly more. He has such incredible pace, and he'll potentially be up against the likes of Chambers and Holding at the back. And the final player to watch for this opening week is Wes Morgan. The Leicester captain comes in at the relatively cheap price of $5 million. We all know how good Leicester were last season, keeping 15 clean sheets on their way to claiming the Premier League title, but the big question is, can they do it again this season? Personally, I have my doubts. Kante will be a huge miss in the centre of midfield, although Mendy did look good when he came on during the game against United last weekend. I think Leicester will start the season strongly, looking at their opening fixtures. It's Hull away for them this weekend, and I just can't see Hull causing Leicester too many problems. So let me know in the comments whether you agree or disagree with my picks. Keep your eyes peeled for part 2 of the Game Week 1 preview, which will feature my latest draft and any changes I've made to my squad. Be sure to like, share and subscribe, and best of luck for this weekend.